And hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
We're back.
Sad.
This is Blessed Be the Damned, our zombie mini-series. We are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your storyteller for the evening, and these beautiful people over to this side of me are your survivors. Today we are going to continue our story of the 5 that survived the outbreak in Chernoglask. Something terrible happened 4 months ago. Something you're not sure the origin of, but people started turning on each other. Fighting, tearing apart, feasting upon. Some virus, maybe? As best you can guess. But the specifics aren't really important. The only thing that's been important for the past 4 months has been survival. Outrunning whatever these monsters are in the streets, finding somewhere safe to be for the night, and living. Using the supplies that you and the skills that you have to get this far. You've lost people, gained people maybe, but currently our camera pans down onto the winter-ridden city of Chernoglask, 4 months after the initial outbreak, onto the library of Chernoglask, where it will go pan through the windows and see our survivors and their dwindling supplies. Survivors, you know that you have 1 day of food rations left for each of you. Some of you looking over your ammo count, realizing that you have just 1 magazine left. And then you're down to your knife. Looking at the medical supplies, if that's your training, you realize you have what you got on you in the group supplies. And considering how these months have been going, it might get you through a week if you're lucky. So, survivors. As you sit huddled in this cold, powerless library, tell us what we see, tell us what the conversation or the thoughts are on, and describe your character's current mindset. Roll initiative, all of you.
Oh, it says like, oh man, we are
Oh,
all
4 plus 4.
We're being
for
punished.
8.
9.
What do we add to initiative?
Your agility.
6.
6, 8, 8, 9,
Seven.
7. Okay. Who rolled my 6?
Me. Do I have to go first?
Skeeter.
God darn it. Heck of Roni. I hate going first. Let's see. So I think I did start off with extra food and stuff, so my mind's not going to be immediately on supplies. I'd think my mind, well, not on those supplies specifically, at least. My mind would be more focused on, I think, being that I do have a background of more mechanical things, like being able to like do mechanical things from farming, I think what I'd be focused on right now is being able to figure out, because I know we have the car, we got 20 miles left, it's an electric car, we got to figure out how to power it. I think Skeeter is working out, using some of the books, working out some not schematics per se, but like a rough draft of something that can be built, perhaps a wind turbine, something that can be built to help power the engine of the car, to make getting other supplies a little bit easier on everyone. And also, her mindset would be sad and scared. um, it's been a rough 4 months, and there's been a lot of things going on, a lot of death, a lot of near death, a lot of close to home death recently that we're all dealing with, and that's where I'm at right now.
Let me see.
Yeah.
You see Skeeter drawing out something to hopefully help charge the electric car that you guys park inside of the library for safety reasons. You don't want someone else coming by and stealing it. You know there are some survivors out there in the city, though they are sparse. But gunfire every now and again reminds you that there's some people out there. Your electric car parked inside of the library trying to find a way because you know that you only have 20 miles of charge left on it. And this city is just big enough to make that not enough for you.
Oh, it's nice that the car is inside the library, so I can actually like sit there with the engine laid out there. Well, the electric engine laid out there in front of me, and I could try to figure out, because I'm used to working on tractors, combines, things with gas engines,
Yeah.
but also actual physical wind turbines and things like that from working on the farm. So I think I can figure it out. I could try.
These newfangled city engines, they'll throw you for a loop.
They'll throw you for a loop.
Okay. Where do we find the rest of our survivors? The gentle tinkering and drawing of Skeeter in the background.
Tink.
Leonard is probably situated over by the fire with all the various medical supplies that they've still got kind of laid out, and he's rebuilding the like kit to go back to back. He's redistributing again what is going to be in a leaving the library like case, and as well as what stays here. So he's going through anything that is in like vials. I don't know if we have any morphine or anything like that, but if that is probably staying here, because that is, if it can break, and if we have so little of it, that is last resort. That's got to be used here where it is least likely to get broken. As we've talked about previously, he's probably got some plants and other herbal, almost kind of home remedies that aren't really great as modern medicine, but they're better than fucking nothing, that he's bundled or put in like some left like salvage like plastic medicine bottles that he's scribbled on with a Sharpie, and is sorting those out and trying to keep a reasonable amount in the like to go out bag, while keeping most things, especially the medicine that's most valuable, there at the library. And I'm sure that everybody, this has been 4 months of probably quite a bit of that has been not enough food and not enough sleep and not good enough rest and everything. So his clothes are dirtier and more ragged than they had been. His face is probably drawn, a lot more drawn and gaunt than it had been previously. He just looks tired, but as folks are in a fairly central location, I presume, is still has a very forced cheerfulness that he's trying to project, like still trying to smile, and is probably just is kind of talking to the general group of whoever's nearby. Just guys, I think we've picked everything nearby pretty clean. We'll probably we can't hold up in here too much longer, so I think we should look for our next best option. Like, glance over where we've got a map laid out. If we go a little farther, I mean, there's a grocery store that may still have something. It couldn't hurt to go looking. I mean, we may be able to find some supplies that Skeeter could use for helping power the car. And just kind of keep that energy of like there's still like if we just go a little farther out, I'm sure we can find more supplies. Is not like even though it looks kind of bad, like I'm sure we'll find something that'll make it seem better.
So Kit is over by the map, and I think that she's like working with Guff to like plot out like roughly how many miles it is from our location to the grocery store, our location to, all these things. Like roughly this is a a 5-minute drive, or is it a 10-minute walk, or whatever. Like trying to be logistical in thinking. And she'll look over at Leonard and go, yes, we need to re-up our food and try to see what else is out there. Anything we can salvage.
You never know when we've strayed a little further away. Never know when we'll meet somebody who knows a little more. Maybe who's talked to someone outside.
We're not going to be talking to anybody outside. And she'll look at the Guff and go, what do you think our next course of action should be?
Do any of you know that human meat tastes like bacon?
God fucking damn it. And she'll just stand up and walk over towards Leonard.
That's why they call it long pig, right?
I'm gonna call back over. I do have experience with slaughtering. Just kind of giggle to myself, hoping that he was making a joke.
It's just my eyes are like going across the group, looking at everybody quite intensely.
I don't think we need to resort to cannibalism quite yet. Guff.
Why not? Everyone else has.
We don't need to.
He gives you a half smirk.
Yeah.
We may need to go further afield. Out of the city. Maybe do some hunting. See if there's any wildlife. Survived many situations like this. This isn't the first time.
We need to get
See what's out
enough.
there.
We need to get enough supplies for us to get out of the city, though. And like I point out towards one end of the library, and you can see the lake, and so it's like we are as far away from the edge of town as you can get, almost, unless we go onto the frozen lake.
Which is that the case? Is it frozen all the way over at this juncture, Dean? Okay.
That's correct. You look out of the window, sort of windows that look further into the city, where you will see buildings no longer burning, but crashed planes and emergencies that have happened 4 months ago at this time have left destruction across the city streets. You see all of these different locations. You have like a tourist type map of the city. You look out on the opposite side, and on the other side of the city, just mountain range, what the place is known for. It's supposed to be beautiful, but in this case, the bars to your prison. You look out on the other side, and completely frozen over lake. Nothing for miles and miles and miles. And you can see the just cold blast of wind hitting like bits of snow and carrying them across the ice at well over speeds of 60 miles an hour.
Is the map we have the exact same one you posted to us.
That's correct. That's a good place to bring up our map. So we'll switch on over real quick.
We have blood on our map. Clean it up.
You clean it up. I ain't touching that.
Wait, you're an assassin that's scared of blood?
Ew.
Everybody has their sticking point zones.
You know, he did not puncture his attacker.
Broke his arm, snapped
broke
his neck.
his- yeah,
Didn't stab him.
No blood.
That's fine. All right. As I fix Lenora's camera, we're gonna have a little bit of a zoomed in version of our map.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
You guys have found your base at the library. The closest place of interest to you would be the grocery. That's where food is gonna be, you think. But there's a little central part with different sort of markets and things around this area. It's also sort of, the grocery is sort of built in a residential area of the city. So apartments sort of built around the groceries, like a neighborhood market sort of deal. But yes, you guys have this map readily available to you, in addition to, since you've chosen the library as your base, maps of the subway system that goes throughout the city. Since you're discussing strategy sort of in this moment and where your next plans are to, I think, while it may be apparent, I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page about the benefits about using the car versus the subway system and everything. Subway system, you know, just by virtue of being underground and less accessible, is going to have less zombies in it. That is sort of the good thing about it. Less zombies. It is also not powered, so it is pitch black. In addition, if something does go wrong and loud noises happen down here for whatever reason, like gunfire, depending on what is nearby, and if there's an exit nearby, you can cause a flood of ferals into the subway system itself and towards you, and you have nowhere to go but one way. So, using the car, a little bit more freedom. Also, popping up out of the subway, you have no chance to sort of survey the immediate land before you get there. You're going to pop up in the middle of a city section and have to survey then. It's not saying you can't. And then, of course, driving around in the car, making hide checks, trying to stay away from the feral, and trying not to cause any sort of avalanche of chasing ferals after you. It's its own problem. So, let me just be clear. Neither way is good. It's just which one you decide to take. However, you have the grocery. On the other side of the grocery is about 4 miles away from your location. These distances are important for the total charge that you have on your car. The grocery is about 4 miles away. The pharmacy is about 6 miles past that. A hospital is in a bit of a between point, about 8 miles from your current location. The jail, the furthest away from the library, in the top northwestern corner of the map, being about 12 miles away. And then the power plant, about 8 miles away as well.
Won't be able to accomplish anything else if we can't eat.
Right.
I still think getting to the grocery first, at the very least.
Well, and if we go to the grocery, we could maybe get some, if there's aspirin, like low, like not anything substantial, but a headache can be a headache. Slow you down.
I did look through Kathleen's things, and there are no more vitamins. The last ones I had were the last. Nothing more to supplement.
Okay. Be all right.
She have any more food in there?
You saw her. Did she look like the kind of person to hoard food? No, but I did look. There was nothing.
Just because she don't look like she'd eat it doesn't mean she looked like she didn't have it.
Good point. But no, she didn't. She didn't do a very good job grabbing things or packing when we went back to the hotel.
Right. Well, so then grocery it is.
I think it's first stop. That's probably
Oh.
for the best.
Okay. All right.
Now, I do have a couple of ideas of things that we could look for to maybe get something started for electricity, and I will show him my little sketchy doodle. Do I need to? I need to roll a mechanical whatever roll, craft mechanical
So for
to see.
making it, or for making the
Schematic.
design for it, the schematics for it, if you will. Let's do a little craft mechanical check.
Okay. Ooh. So I add 4 to whatever I roll, which is a 6. So I roll a 10 total.
10. Okay.
10.
A 10.
And who are you showing this to? Are you showing it to the
I'm
group?
showing it to the group in general, but I'm addressing oh gosh, what's your name, Ian?
Leonard.
Lenny. I'm addressing Lenny here. All right, see, this is what we're gonna need. Lenny. We're gonna need some thick fabric, like a I'm trying to think of the name of like a tweed or twill fabric. We're gonna need just go ahead and listing off a bunch of different materials. I'm gonna need like I don't know, some kind of like 2x4s. We could probably take shelves apart at the grocery and like use parts of that, like that kind of thing. So anything like this that we can find when we'll go,
Absolutely.
I think will be super helpful towards getting that thing going much further.
Fantastic. It sounds like we have a plan and things to look for specifically. That's good.
Also, my mama always said that things made with sugar spoil faster. So if we can find like unsweetened granola or something like that at the grocery, there's a better chance that it's gonna be a little more shelf stable for us for the future. Just letting you know. Now, city folks sometimes don't pay that much attention to what's in their food.
But most definitely. Well, that's good. That sounds like we know what we're looking for. Plan of going through them, the sooner the better. I don't much like being out at night if we can avoid it. Doesn't seem to make much difference.
We should do this at
Let's
first
get-
light.
During
Absolutely.
the day is better.
Now, are we all gonna go together?
If we're gonna go, we need to make this count. So everybody grab a bag, empty a bag. I don't care what the fuck it is. But we need to pack as much food and materials as we can into whatever bag that you have.
Now, if we're going ahead and taking the fancy electric vehicle, it does have space in the front and the back.
Right. Which is allow if you have a spare bag, like we need to make this the most efficient trip that we, especially if this will be our only trip right now with our car. Because if we don't make it count,
8 miles.
Yeah.
Is what we're eating up.
Yep. We have to make this count.
First thing in the morning. Well, I know. Okay, good. Plan in place. I think it'll be good. It'll be a good trip.
I think I see Leonard doing his like talking of like trying to psych himself up, and I just like take his hand and go like towards where we've set up our little like camp area.
Sure.
Do you guys think that we would normally eat together when we do eat?
I think
everybody
it
just
depends. I think it depends on the situation.
I
If
suspect
you make
the,
like a big pot, then maybe.
yeah. I suspect the lower morale is the less likely to.
Unless I want to be
socialize.
around you lot.
And
Yeah.
like dependent on the supplies that we have as well, because I feel like you're saying, if there's like a shared type of food that we'd all eat together, but if it's like everybody with a fucking granola bar, you just kind of sit and do your own thing while
just-
you're chomping
And
on
I
your
think
granola
and
bar.
I think we're at that point where it's like breakfast is half of a granola bar, lunch
Mhm.
is the other half of a granola bar, and dinner is a piece of jerky.
Damn.
There's that
I
that
know.
bug you found over there in the corner.
You guys are scraping the bottom of whatever you have left. The days where you could, hey, this is a day where we can get together and have hot soup over a fire. Like, it's canned soup, but if you put it in this pot and you close your eyes and pretend for just a moment, like, those days were probably weeks ago at this point.
Yeah.
You look at the last little bit of ration that you have in there, whether that's a scoop of granola or maybe a couple of pieces of jerky, or, you know, maybe one of you got lucky and have half of an MRE left. It's as you sit here and enjoying your food wherever you're finding yourself and you're planning for the next day, I want pressure rolls from everybody, which is a will check. So roll a d6 and add your will. Your DC is 7.
What?
All right, I'm on my third D6, by the way. I've discarded 2, just through the prologue.
Excellent.
Can we
8.
add our will, you said?
Yeah, I rolled
Yep.
an 8 as well.
9
Where's Will at?
Successes. It's under
should
your
be
current
in
HP.
the same column.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
7.
7 is the DC.
Sick.
4.
Damn.
Lenore, go ahead and add a pressure level.
Is there anything I can do to
And
appease that? Like, since I have extra food, can I slip her a granola bar or something?
Pressure is
Well,
all
and I-
of a mental thing.
Oh, gotcha.
And I think from Lenora, that would have been like, she knows, like, you know, people can dismiss her as like being a yoga Barbie or whatever, but she's not stupid, right? Like she did, you know, become knowledgeable about nutrition and things that were good for your mental and physical health. And she knows that being isolated is bad for people's mental health, right? And so she has attempted to, you know, to try to encourage folks to have that half a granola bar together or to do things together. And people rebuffed her in one way or the other, or yeah, and continue to like do things on their own. And so that stress of not just the situation, but concern about what this fallout is going to be separate from the rest.
Get rebuffed from the married couple as they're speaking in low tones, trying to comfort each other. You get rebuffed from the military man as Guff just sort of gives you a cold shoulder. Skeeter's very busy right now and incredibly focused. Lenore, you just sit and eat alone. I think for a moment it reminds you of at least Catherine was there for a reason sometimes, regardless of how shitty she was at least there. The night's going to continue on. You get one more rest before you have to make a journey out into the town of Chernoglask. Go through, we missed some folks earlier in sort of what's been going on the past 4 months and what you're currently physically looking like and what your mindset is. So Lenora, Guff, and you two, tell me your mindset, what's going on, what you're thinking about right now as you're getting ready for the night, or getting ready
Sure.
for tomorrow.
Guff is not having too much of a hard time with this because natural loner, natural survivalist, kind of like I'm used to starving in situations if a mission goes a bit awry. So I don't feel like the pressure will be on too much. Trying to work out though and keep up a routine of like to keep the body in shape and whatnot is kind of falling a little bit because of just the lack of energy. Um, Keeping morale up in his own head, that would be the way he would normally do it. Would be, do a few press ups, sit ups, and do all the working out that he needs to do, and just keep his mind on the game. There's no game here. There's no target. There's nothing that he needs to do. So he's kind of lost in the thing. The constant distraction by people is a real pain for him, being a natural loner. It's if he's stuck in like the waiting for the brief. The brief is never going to come. Like there's no one's going to give him orders. There's no one going to tell him what to do. He could take his own initiative, but usually when he's on a job, he'll take initiative. Perfectly fine. In a situation where he's not got that, it's kind of empty in the whole brain space. And I guess begrudgingly, he half enjoys the fact that there are people around, because at least that can take his mind away from the fact that at the moment, physically, he's kind of pathetic for him. Mentally, he's got nothing to do. He can't really help with any of the sort of like the building and stuff. So he's a bit of a lost soul, which is kind of odd. So the joke about the eating people isn't completely a joke, and his whole mentality of escape. We could just walk across this frozen fucking lake and just keep going. We'll get somewhere. I can hunt. We can do something. I can. Yeah, it's more of like a runaway plan rather than an escape plan, rather than like a survival plan. So run away from this shitty situation that he seems to be in. Yeah, with the planning that we've done in the evening, he's getting a little bit more of a okay, fine, protect these people, do this, go there, right? We've got a mission plan. Let's ride this train, see where we go. But yeah, I think that's him.
Cool. What about Lenora?
So for Lenora, with Kat having been dead a week, there's been a little bit of processing, but she's in a weird place mentally because, she doesn't mind people thinking she's dumb or, not liking her from a stereotype or an assumption that's been always, right? And at the same time, right, nobody here, nobody has cared what she looks like. Nobody's paying attention to how much she eats, unless, as long as it's a fair amount. Nobody, is like scrutinizing her or having, those types of certain expectations. And so she is a little bit free. And when Catherine died, that was almost like the last bit of that history. It does bother her a little bit that there's the gaps for that, but she just, she doesn't think about it too much. She journals and, thinks about her history and stuff. But I think because she's not mechanical, she's not, she doesn't know all these things. She knows a little bit of, the wellness thing and natural healing. So she probably would have chatted with Leonard some. She has her little handy dandy field guide to herbal medicine, analgesics and stuff like that. So, chatted about what ways she can be helpful. She donated her vitamins to the group, those kinds of things. But beyond that, she's not mechanical. She can hand a wrench to Skeeter if she needs it or what have you. So, but she's pretty stealthy, right? She's limber and she's lithe and she's fast when she needs to be. So that's one of the reasons that she and Catherine had been able to go out, just the two of them, looking for supplies that time, is because, they had a good chance of getting away, right? And for her size and everything, she's pretty strong. So I think she would probably, she's either prowling the stacks of the library, trying to learn about the history or the, what's around there. One day to the next, it might be she's studying the herbology of the area, or the next she's studying the street plans or the architecture. And other days she goes out. She doesn't go far, but she goes out to just kind of check things out. And sometimes she'll hide and observe, to watch, to see how these things act and react. And I think that's where we may have gotten some of our information about, what makes them tick or what they respond to. So with that in mind, she feels almost like for the first time that what she does matters, and at a whole different level. Before she always tried to help people, but this feels like it's important in its own kind of way. So, but at the same time, she also knows people don't want her help. They don't want her, her 2 cents, those kinds of things. So that all those kinds of things are just kind of swirling and churning and stuff. And she'll probably, after she gets done eating her granola bar by herself, kind of like thinking and reflecting, she'll go, her space is on the 3rd floor on the very top. And she's got like little piles. She's found like wall hangings and tapestries and stuff and made herself a little nest near a window, and she'll go and she'll meditate for a while, do some meditation and this kind of things.
Cool. So anybody got anything else for the night before we explore the town tomorrow? Yeah.
So once we had I've walked with Leonard to our little wherever we've set up, and we're sitting down and eating, and I very purposefully grab both of his hands and go, I know you. We might find people out there. And I just, please, just think about yourself for 2 seconds. Because we're at a point where they might need help, or they might try to fucking kill you for your shit.
I know, I know.
And I move my hands from your hands to your face and just hold it and go just please. We have our people and we need you. We need you. I need you. So please.
We'll be careful. I promise. But if there are anybody, we can't just leave them.
If they genuinely need help, then maybe. But it's winter and it's cold and it's hard. And do you remember that time when we were in the Congo and you thought that there was people who needed help with that boat, and they like you stopped, and then they tried to steal all of your shit.
I mean, I might. It doesn't feel it's quite like that, but I remember the instance.
Yeah. And how hurt did you get? Pretty damn hurt.
Well, this won't be like that. Promise.
Okay.
Promise.
Okay. Just I think I just like lean into you. Just kind of cry a little.
Just kind of stroke her hair. And just, this time tomorrow, I bet eating more than just fucking granola, and it'll seem a lot better, a lot brighter.
Do you think we'll find a chocolate bar?
Maybe not a chocolate bar, but maybe some like cocoa powder. I'm sure we can find something sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You guys lay down for the night. Fire can only warm a cold place so much, being safe about it. But
Why not fire? Fuck it.
that is a base option. Just
die warm.
Your plan for tomorrow's set. Drive to the grocery. One location, 8 miles of your 20 that you have available, there and back. 4 miles there. And if this place has taught you anything, it's that get past the first part before you try to move on to the second part of the plan. So, to the grocery tomorrow morning. Is it moving at first light? That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very well. Snapped back anyways, didn't it? You guys
got so quiet.
You guys wake up the next morning, packing your things, getting ready. I want to know, as I look at your character sheets, is there any equipment that you think might be extra and you don't need to bring along to make sure there's enough room for whatever you might be able to bring back to this location? Or is everything necessary?
I think Kit has fully made her pack as like this is the bare minimum, and any like she's already stripped it of unnecessary things.
Okay.
I can strap my shotgun to my back and carry my gun case as an extra bit of like a bag. I also have a duffel. I guess I can leave my feminine hygiene products behind at the base for now.
We'll pick up more.
Yeah, we'll get more.
I was thinking like weapon wise, really, because quite a few of you have long arms and some secondaries, which secondaries are not taking up massive room. They're a belt slot at most, but for all intents and purposes, subcompact car with 5 people already crowded, with 5 people plus 5 long arms.
Oh yeah.
Even more crowded. I'm not saying you can't do that. That is absolutely necessary. I'm just trying to see if anything's getting left behind.
Does the car have a rack on the top? Like maybe like that would have during tourist season, you could have strapped like a kayak or something to it.
Our gun's on the fucking roof rack. Is that what is being proposed?
Yeah.
There is a roof rack on there.
Okay.
That's helpful.
So I think, so Lenora has yoga straps, right? And so she would propose that we put the long arms on the roof rack and then like use the yoga straps to tie them down so that they don't shake or make any noise or anything, but that they're just stable.
Or we can strap Guff to the top of the car. He's the driver after all.
That's
He
true.
could just laying prone the sniper rifle.
I'll do it.
Looking
Yeah,
out in front.
It's like I have
does
paracord.
seem to have been a bit bored lately.
Him.
Yeah,
I think that's a bad idea,
he's a bit bored.
personally. I think that's a pretty good idea.
Great.
I was gonna say, if we need
Yeah,
to leave
that's
behind
awesome.
any weapons, I can leave behind the crossbow. I mean, I am not any kind of sharpshooter and extra hands. Means we can get stuff quicker, not having to worry about.
So, for the sake of this, Leonard, if you're leaving the crossbow behind, will be able to carry an additional sack or an additional backpack for supplies.
Yeah.
And like in your lap, in your hands, primary.
Yeah. I've got the crowbar like shoved through my belt loops or whatever the fuck, like at my
like,
waist.
If we're talking about like video game logic, like this is your primary slot, right? So leaving the crossbow
Run around.
here.
Oh, I know. I'm in DayZ running around with the backpack in my hands. Like I know it. Dog. I know the feeling.
So okay, very well. You guys get loaded up, all of your equipment, the trunk and frunk empty, ready for supplies, and you back out. Today you go further than you have in the past 4 months. You've made a progressive area around the library that is as safe as you can be in this type of place. So you guys have about a quarter to a half a mile of distance where there's nothing really. You've scavenged these locations, these houses. This is how you've lived this far. So you drive through the cold, frozen city streets that are completely devoid of life. Empty playgrounds. You pass by piers where circus tents are still propped up, some like halfway blown over from the frozen winds. Empty beaches that sported thousands of people just a few months ago. City shouldn't be this quiet, but it is dead quiet. You get out, and the first time you're going to get past this line, you guys know it because Kit or Guff has designated this is the area, marking it. Each time you go out, you mark a different building. This is the edge of our location. This is what we know for should be mostly safe. As you move that barricade or whatever the case is out of the way, take the trip further into Chernoglask for the first time, you start heading towards the grocery. Move us to our main map real quick. Or our main screen, rather. As you breach this barricade, this space, the furthest you've gone out, I want everybody's first instinct in the car. What are you doing? Where's
Looking for
mind
high,
at?
tall buildings.
Tall buildings? That's what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Give me a spot check.
Yeah, vantage points, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah, give me a spot check.
Sure thing. That is 11.
11. 11's very good. I think Guff's looking around for those high vantage points, and a lot of these buildings that are closer towards the beach are kept intentionally short, with the exception of the resort that you were in. which is like one of the only taller buildings on the beach, and that's because it's on the opposite side of the power plant. It's on the would be the southern part of the beach, is like a couple of miles south. The rest of the buildings here on the beach side are lower, so it doesn't obstruct the view from the mountains or anything like that, like city ordinances and stuff that were in place. As you look further into the city, that's where a couple of your buildings start to get taller. You note specifically the hospital kind of towers above all of the buildings, but that's miles and miles out from you here. But
Yeah.
there's a couple of buildings sort of dotting the city.
I'm looking for anything that basically I can provide some sort of overwatch while these guys are looting. That's
Gotcha.
kind of what I'm eyeballing. As long as there's windows along the sides, I'm not going to look into a walled building.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, keeping eyes out, and you'll reach the grocery store here shortly, but keeping an eye out for those taller buildings that you might be able to give them some overwatch before you get there from a distance. And
Got
you
it.
know you'll need to clear that building as well. Okay. Everybody else?
Yeah, I think Kit's first instinct is to similar in terms of like making game plans, but like an escape in the mostly because of like, are there roads that are busted up? Are there roads that are covered with cars? Like, I'm thinking of like, what is the fastest point from point A, from basically the grocery back to the library, because we're going pretty slow because we don't know what to expect. But like, if we have to haul ass out of the grocery store, I want us to have a clear, like, this is the fastest way, and maybe even use some of the information to our advantage of like, okay, there's a bunch of cars in the way. If we go this way and this way, the zombies will have to deal with cars first before they can get to us, kind of deal. That's what I would like to do.
Yeah, give me a survival check. And because
Oh,
the
okay.
attention to detail that I think this takes, I'm gonna say Kit cannot drive while doing this. So who's our driver?
I can drive.
Skeeter's driving. Okay.
I think I can drive. Hold on, let me make sure. I can drive. It's a primary skill.
Oh, so you're a very good driver.
Yeah. Amazing. I grew up driving tractors, so I can drive.
I feel like the same.
9.
Different.
9. 9's also very good.
Or
Survival
wait.
check. Oh, go ahead.
Survival. 10. Pardon me. I was
10.
looking at escape, and my brain went murmur.
10's very good. So with a 10, you have your city map is not necessarily helping you out too much. You kind of have a general location about what streets are going on, but you have that propped up in like probably against one of the seats, and then you have the subway map beside you marking off streets that are blocked with cars, because there, as you guys drive through here, there are streets that have like some of them that are just gridlock traffic with no one in the cars, windows busted out, doors ripped open, cars just sitting at traffic lights and everything like they were 4 months ago. As you continue driving through, and there's also just pileups from where accidents have happened throughout the city, and you have 15 to 20 cars that are just jammed up into each other, blocking off entire streets. With a 10, you realize that the winding path that you guys are taking with the car is definitely not going to be the fastest way back. The fastest way is the subway system that is going to lead you in a straight line. I think Kit, with that survival check, knows very easily how badly that can go if there's something on the other side and behind you. Who else?
Oh, go ahead.
Surely. Leonard is, as we go along, he's also gonna be keeping a lookout around. But I mean, despite the conversation last night, it's still a concern. He's looking for any evidence of like that, if there are people, because like we know we're in our zone, so he's looking our zone, our area, but he's keep an eye out for any signs of anybody doing something similar. Anybody, like, if there's any evidence of like that there have been people, like, stuff, anything that might stand out in that way. 'Cause, I mean, you said we've had other companions and stuff, and all of them have died, and that is eating at him. Like,
Gotcha. So do you think you're looking for physical signs that are very obvious, or do you think Leonard is trying to like intuit the surroundings, like, okay, wait a minute, these barricades, like, essentially, are you trying to spot differences, or are you trying to insight the area that you're in?
quite frankly, mathematically, it is exactly the same. So I think especially like in a car, like as we're going, he's looking for physical differences, barricades that look like, those would probably have been broken out, or a building that looks like, oh, people would have broken into and searched that, but it looks like it's still shut up, or things like that.
Yeah.
You did good the first roll, so let's see if you can keep it up. Not bad. 7.
7. Slowly driving through the streets. No signs of any ferals at the moment. As you're driving through, Leonard, keeping your eyes out for any sort of movement or anything. You see none. You see a small, like, government type building, kind of like a parks department that has a park beside it, playground within, just wind moving the swings, but no one around. No children laughing, no adults here talking while their kids play. You see that the government building has boards up in the windows, and then you see that those boards have been splintered in the middle. Something's gotten in there. You don't hear any sounds from your very quiet car, to be frank. Even listening out, you don't hear or see anything, but someone was in there. You don't see anything else. You continue driving through the streets.
All right.
And I'm focused on the road.
Focused on the road. Give me a drive check.
Navigating my way through this city. Trying to make sure I don't hit anything I ain't supposed to.
We're in this city.
Rolled a 4 plus 6 for 10.
10. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Would like you to also please give me a hide check.
Oh, Lord. Probably not quite as good. A 3 plus 6 for 9.
For 9. Okay. What is Lenora doing?
Lenore, doing what she always does ever since the first night one. She's keeping her eyes out for places to hide if things fall apart. She's always looking for everything from a door or a screen she could step behind, or all the way to something that, she could actually like shut the door on, because that imprinted really big on her.
Go ahead and give me a spot check.
That's a 5 for 11.
11. Lenora, you look inside of buildings with such a high check, looking through here, and you see we have quite a few people looking out of the windows. Guff, Leonard, yourself, looking for different things, but as you look inside, Lenora, you find what might look like a safe place, like a steel door, and then you realize, like, you look through like that multiple layered glass that would be in a thick steel door, and you see on the other side just an inanimate, and it's brief because you're driving, right? But with such a high check, you just see something staring sort of up at the ceiling and a slight twitch, and you keep driving past it. Continue driving. Eventually, 4 miles later, the grocery. You guys are approaching from, well, you know what? Let's launch Tailspire, shall we?
I never left.
And then but that still makes me stressed out.
Jonas got to play the festive music. Stress goes away.
Do what?
Jonas just plays the festive music. The stress will just go away.
Oh yeah, the island music. Let's see. Okay. Do this, and then
As we're all a cat.
correct.
We're kitties.
Cat.
While I do this, and while you'll get launched, as you pull up to near the area where the grocery is or should be, what is the conversation in the car?
I think Kit has made like 2 lists to better utilize our time, and like knowing that Guff is probably gonna be outside watching, have a like a list of things like medicines and like sort of the stuff, and then a list of like food stuff, and sort of proffer one of them to Lenora and Skeeter, and say like it very quietly, like this is whispering, like of just like, which do you prefer?
I'll take the food. I don't
Okay.
know anything about the others.
Perfect, because I need my supplies, so I'll go ahead and take this one.
Okay. Interesting. Which means that I don't really want to not go with Leonard. But I suppose like I could go with Lenora.
That'll be okay. That'll be fine. Let's see if we can find. I mean, we're looking for
You're not
medicines.
gonna leave a child by herself.
No.
Leonard will go with Skeeter. I mean, that makes sense. He's looking for, the other list consists of like medical supplies as well as mechanical supplies. So
Right.
It's okay.
That was the point. It's like the
Totally
stuff, the
fine.
medicine stuff, and the food stuff are like
Right.
those 2 different things.
Yeah.
So I guess I
Yeah.
like.
okay. Just big smile from Leonard. All right, that'll work great. Yeah. Get it found and done and dusted. Clarifying question. I presume Guff has one of the walkies. Who has the other one?
I would try and take it when I leave here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I figure Guff has one if he's gonna be outside, keep an eye on things.
Yeah.
But who on the inside has got the other one?
I could take it. I could hold on to the other one.
Okay, so our walkies are going to Kit and Guff, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Very well.
You know what? I don't even need the crossbow. Fucking Skeeter's got Henrietta. I am safe. Fucking Olympic skeet shooter. I'm Gucci. No
Not
pressure.
quite Olympic
Are we
level
gonna-
yet.
No pressure. No pressure.
Are we gonna-
Skeeter.
Are we gonna push a cart?
God no.
Too much noise.
Guys,
Unfortunately.
could push a car.
So we got to fill up a trunk and a frunk.
Holds up bag.
How-
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
If you
so
find any
just keep it in
baskets,
mind.
those at least don't.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
the idea I think is like fill up the bag, dump it out, go back in if we have to.
Lenora would propose grab the little carry baskets if they have those, fill it up and just set the basket in the trunk or the front and then grab another one.
Not bad idea.
So before
And when we run
get
out of baskets, then we use bags.
too deep in the plan, I just want to bring you guys to the map so you can see what you're looking at first. Because you were in the area of the grocery store. You gotta make it there too.
Ew, balls. Why would you say that? That's ominous.
It's very ominous.
And I would like you to double click on your characters on the left hand side so it brings you to the right part of the map.
Yeah.
So, and I will summon our beautiful
Look at that.
audience as well.
Oh. Ah.
It's so foggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I look cool, so.
Yeah.
That would you look pretty cool.
Everybody got these short sleeves on. What's wrong with y'all? It's winter.
Ooh, I got
Yeah.
long.
Your arms falling off. Cold.
Okay. So, beautiful people, this is the side that you're driving into the grocery area from. Now, to your immediate left, where that fence and sign is, that is a subway entrance. Okay. To the left of
Right.
that, you'll see a street that goes down, and you will see this before you approach, so you can make your call on which way you want to go. As I fix some cameras.
This is so Silent Hill.
You see some cars, a lot of cars just on the side of the street, ice and frost sort of covering the ground. Lenora's camera pissing me off.
Here to help.
And as you look down this street, you do see ferals walking around. Some of them just sort of shambling at the moment, some of them stationary and just sort of lightly twitching every now and again, just to remind you that they are very much still awake.
Oh dear.
Dear indeed.
You have, as you pull up to this sort of Y intersection, an alleyway where you could get out of the car and go on foot past this point. Looking straight ahead, you see some ferals that way as well, inactive, potentially able to sneak by them. That all depends on you and going through this alleyway. But you
What if I just? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You're okay. I was just gonna say, but you see directly through this alleyway, you see the grocery. It's about like 1,000 feet away, maybe.
That's a lot
What
of
if I
feet.
just drive straight into the grocery store entrance? Just
Yeah, no, we'll get. You could try that.
drive into the building, and then that way they won't even have to carry the supplies that far.
You can't. So you can through this building, through this alleyway. Give me a spot check, real quick.
All of us or just
yeah,
Skeeter?
everybody. Just go ahead and give me a quick spot check.
I rolled this.
Spot check. Yeet. 5.
A 6.
Spot.
Exile that is
12.
11.
12 and
I
11.
thank God.
Nice.
12, 11, and 12. So Guff, Skeeter, and
Gang,
Lenora.
gang.
Okay.
I can't see shit.
Talk.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
Guff, Skeeter, and Lenore. Leonard and Kit sort of looking at each other at the moment. You're looking at your options here. None of them being great. But you know you need to get to the grocery store. The rest of you, I'm gonna keep it in line with what you were kind of looking for before. So we'll start with Guff. Guff, the two buildings in front of you, immediately in front of you, you see a beam going across them. Could make it easier to get angles on either side of the grocery store. And I'm just going to use the compass that's on Tailspire to make things not confusing, for the bottom left-hand corner. So you could see the north and south side of the grocery store. You can see the east side is the way that's facing you, plain and clear. Having these two buildings right here would give you a slight line of sight onto either side, but you could definitely see the very front door if that's the approach you want to make. These buildings aren't necessarily small, so it may take you some time to clear these before your friends get to. So you may have some dead time where you're not on the roof before your friends go in.
Okay.
Lenora, places to hide, and stay away from danger here. You see a couple of nooks and crannies here, namely the subway, but also some residential buildings off to the far side through this other side of this building that could like have sort of streets blocked up and everything with cars that could make it difficult for a horde of ferals to get through, right? So you could at least reduce numbers and maybe find somewhere to hide. But you do see ferals just sitting in the parking lot of the grocery right in front of you. Again, stationary, potential to sneak by them without aggravating them. And then down on this far, or the northern street that you could drive up, it is completely blocked with cars, so you wouldn't be able to get all the way to the grocery from this way. But it seems fairly devoid of ferals from this angle. What's the plan? And what's the timing of the plans?
Right. That building in front, I want to get on the roof. I can cover you from up there. I need to run around, see if I can find a way on the outside instead of going in the building. That is too dangerous alone.
Yeah.
When I get to the roof, you move forward.
Yeah. I have a walkie, just give me the call.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna very, very stealthily sneak around these buildings to see if I can find any way up that isn't the main door up the stairs inside.
Okay. Give me first a hide check for the stealth part of it.
Hey,
And then give me a spot check.
That was a 7. And then a spot check. Oh, that was a 12. So I can see really well, but I'm noisy as fuck.
No, 7 is an average success. There's nothing in this.
I'm average, guys.
There's nothing in this scenario that's going to cause you to make extra noise. You do see in the alleyway here ahead of you, Guff, that on top of that, it's actually just a shadow on my screen, but I'm going to go with my initial, right by the dumpster, there's actually a drain spout that you might be able to climb towards the top.
I thought that was a drain thing, and I was like, wait, is that a shadow?
It's just a shadow, but it is now a drain pipe, because I also thought it was one.
Hell yeah.
That would do me perfectly.
Okay.
I was eyeballing the other side of the buildings, but I won't spoil it for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. As long as it's a sturdy metal one and not one of those flimsy plastic ones.
Yeah, it looks metal.
Oh, fuck.
It's on a city building. It looks like a fairly sturdy one. I mean, will it hold your weight? You're a 6'7" guy, still well over 200 pounds, probably, even after all the unintentional fasting.
Fine.
I am willing to try an Assassin's Creed my ass up that, so
very well. Go ahead and move yourself. This is a live map at the moment. Just ask that you move one at a time so I can keep track of it. So go ahead and move yourself.
One person at a time or one square at a time?
No, one person at a time. So go ahead and move yourself to that location and then give me a climb check and another
before
hide
he
check.
does that, I'm gonna hand him the last 10 feet of the paracord I have.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So I will look up how much weight paracord can take.
Fair bit, right?
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
I was gonna say, because they have to do the wind.
Strength of 550 pounds. So
Easy.
No worries, I got this. I'll lasso my way up there. Yeah, sorry, climb check. Let's go.
Climb check and another hide check as you do.
Roll high.
I am going to say your hide check is going to go up in DC because you're climbing up a metal pole on the side of a building.
So 3 + 4 for the climb. So 7 for the climb.
Okay. That's what you need.
Hide.
Yep. Hide.
Easy.
11. I got this.
11.
I got this.
Very
Bro,
We
nice.
he's
can make it to the roof.
He's a professional.
I'm a professional, guys.
Yeah.
I've been
Okay.
out of the game for a little while, but I got this.
As you start climbing, I think the 7 sort of just, that's that lack of nutrition, the lack of the like energy to work out. You're starting to feel it, but that mission drive, finally some forward progress of some type, at least this feels like forward progress.
Yeah.
So up on the roof, without engines, Guff without a sound up on top of the building here.
Get to the top, like, wow, that burns.
My fingers.
Sweet.
You get here.
Yeah, I will get to the very edge of this corner over here, and then I'll radio down. Move. Slowly. And then I will tell them what I can see and how many. Holy shit.
How many can he see?
We have 3 on the main road, and you have 4. You have 6 in the parking lot.
Shit.
What about on this northerly street
No.
that comes up to the right of the building?
I'll have a look on down that one. Empty. If you stay low and quiet, you might be able to pass by.
Yeah. If we pull the car up a little bit on that side street, that'll at least put the vehicle closer and puts us farther away from those in the parking lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say less.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, it's
dun,
like,
dun, dun.
So I don't have.
Which
Oh, no.
I am meaning this street where I just
Yeah,
put myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
The one that's
the
Yeah,
complete
I was gonna use the flashlight function, and I was like, oh, I don't have access
Yeah, you
to
don't.
that. I am
Doesn't
not-
everybody? Yeah, that should be a function that everybody could use. Shouldn't just be for the game master. God damn it.
I think
Wow.
it should at least be an option you can turn on, because I feel
Yeah,
like if you don't,
yeah.
a lot of GMs would have a rave going on.
Dun, dun. Hey, it's the price we pay for being able to point at stuff.
Okay.
Or ping. Let me ping. I don't care what it is. I just need a way to gesticulate.
Skeeter, you're parking the car, correct? And attempting to keep it quietly behind you. Go ahead and give me one more hide check as you do this.
Are we parking the car back here, like where we started off on the map? Or are we trying to pull it up on this side street, like here, like somewhere near where I placed my model, so that we have shorter distance
Yeah.
from point A to point B to move grocery items?
Sounds a good idea.
I'm perfectly happy to put that up to a vote. That was just my thought. It's in a slightly more dangerous position, but it'll allow us to be quicker. So it's that being able to get to and from it quicker to avoid fewer interactions versus having to get the danger of getting the car there and getting the car away from there. So
Skeeter, you're driving the car. You'll see the car right here.
Oh.
I've given you permission to move it.
It's
Oh
a car.
where
What
is
is
it?
that?
Oh,
Also,
there it is. It's so little. How do we all fit in there?
my hide total is
It's a smart
9.
car.
Sit on my lap.
All right. And is that with the car's hide or
Loud
your
car.
Oh,
hide?
what's the car's hide?
+1.
Oh no,
Hey,
that's with
balls.
mine.
That's not a
I'm
good.
supposed
So
to be
it's
doing
an
it at the
agility. It's
cars?
your agility +1.
Oh, so the
Okay.
car's hide is 5. So with mine, with the cars, it's 8, not 9.
8. Okay. That's good for right now. You move the car, Skeeter, I'm gonna say you move the car to where you want to right now. It's sort of where y'all are planning.
God, I'm so bad at Tailspire. Okay, where are we going, champs?
I would say either, like, because I personally don't want to deal with all of these bunched up, like, mangled cars.
Yeah.
So I would say like a compromise of like sort of over here, Brittany,
Okay.
because we can still be super quiet. Like we can go along this line and then hug the building. But yeah, it's a little bit. Oh, Brittany's gonna go all the way there. Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
Mm.
Oh, no, it's
Oh,
up to
that's
you.
good.
Like you're the one who's
I
driving.
mean-
I don't know what y'all.
I would say the closer the better.
Okay.
Okay, we can go ahead and have the
Right
car.
up against it.
Yeah, if the car is already turned around to where we just have to get in and go straight, don't worry about trying to turn it around later. Just go ahead and get it. Do however many point turns you need to be facing the like runaway direction
Okay.
Okay.
at the closer location.
So in order to maneuver around in this location and back up, give me another drive check.
Okay.
DC 7.
That's okay. I'm pretty.
Or why'd
pretty
everybody
good
drive the
driver.
same car around here?
I
You got us, boo.
believe.
You got us.
I believe it's a 9, but I have to click my character sheet. Give me a second. Yeah, it's a 9.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm steady rolling 3s, brother. Middle of the road.
Able-
Literally.
so that-
Just like
That puts
cars.
us started like getting out of the car like right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
So
that
we're
case,
nice and
I'm gonna
close.
go ahead and move
Right
you
here?
guys from right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
With the car facing the runaway direction. So
Which
that
is the
we
way
can
it's facing, correct?
spin it. Flip it around.
Wait, what? How? There's cars if I spin it around. Oh, I thought I was at the front. What the hell is this car?
A little smart car.
What is this thing?
Okay.
It's a clown car. It's fucking interdimensional.
Guff, you see your friends get out of the car. You see the ferals still inactive. There is some aggravation. You're not sure if it's the movement or maybe the sounds, maybe backing up, then hitting the brakes, but you see a couple of them twitch and make some sort of ghastly, like breathing noises as they. The rest of you hearing this from the parking lot right beside you. You get out of the car. Do you leave the doors open, or do you close them?
Oh, I'm leaving the door open.
Yeah, I feel like we leave everything open.
I feel like I would push it too without clicking it. I'm not trying to invite, like, you know, if you, maybe it's just an Okinawa thing. You leave doors open and stuff, you will have critters, and I do not want critters in our ferals in our vehicle.
Go ahead and pop the frunk in the trunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Open, nice and quiet, but ready to so we can put stuff in.
Okay.
Pop it.
Leonard, since you're doing that, go ahead and give me a hide check as well, please.
Fuck.
Pop that trunk us, Leonard.
You know,
You got it,
there's
Lenny.
not a lot of hiding that you need to do when you are healing people. It's not a frequent necessity. 7 though.
7. Quietly moving around within this proximity. All of you can intuit from the situation that as soon as the first gunshot goes off, if it's not silenced, it's going down immediately. They're too close in proximity to all of, like, everything that's going on right now. So,
Hey, buddy. So we.
yep.
Yeah, be quiet.
It's a live board again. Yeah. What's up, Lenore?
Alright, let's go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, given that there are that many that are in the parking lot, would it be fair to say that she would have snagged her weapon off of the rack?
Yeah, absolutely. All of you grab your long arms
Okay,
off the roof for sure.
Like, she brought it as a just in case, but it seems needed, so she'll definitely grab it.
Oh yeah, for sure. If anybody kicks a can, it's gonna be tough if you don't have your weapon on you. So what does Lenora goes to the top of the car and pulls off a what?
So it is she found like a staff. It was her staff actually that she had brought. She used to use it for stretching activities and hiking. It was a multi-purpose, flexible, sturdy. But in the meantime, since things have happened, she has strapped a dagger to it and to the end. And so she got she had asked Skeeter to help her secure it on there in such a way that it's very sturdy and stable. So
Awesome.
it's about it's not quite 6 feet. She's short, so she didn't need a really long one, but with the dagger on there, it's about 5'9".
Okay.
And in asking Skeeter to help with that, it solidified Lenora in her mind as one of the cooler people in this group. Skeeter's like, damn, why didn't I think of that?
Skeeter, you grab Henrietta, your
Yeah,
is it Remington 1100
it's
shotgun?
good. 1100 semi-automatic shotgun.
Anything special about it?
It was my daddy's. That's all. Ain't nothing special, but daddy named her and daddy named me, so We're like sisters.
What does Kit grab off the top of the
What
car?
the fuck?
She actually grabs 2 weapons. She has a rifle that she slings on her back as a last resort sort of situation. But the primary weapon that she's wielding right now is a spear that she like fashioned out of like I don't know like how or why, but one of the people that we raided their house was like an athlete, and so this is like a straight up javelin like that you would use in track, and I think she's just reinforced the metal tip because those are no joke. Like as someone, I actually have thrown jabs before, and you have to be real careful with those. They are nasty. So that's what she has is this javelin spear thing that she has found.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then, Leonard, you've left your crossbow. You've also left the group.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I figured this was our point of progress.
Sorry,
I was
there you
marking
are,
the-
right there.
yeah.
So, Leonard, you've left your crossbow back at the library, but what does Leonard have in his hands?
Good old the classic for a little B&E crowbar.
Awesome.
Jesus.
And before we move, going up to your Overwatch, our camera sort of panning through the scope up to Guff's face. What do we see in Guff's hands as he's given his allies some Overwatch?
Yeah, sure. An incredibly heavy bolt action sniper, long distance scope, silencer on the tip, mostly in full black, but there is a little bit of gold on the scope. Maybe some sort of like reason for that. We don't know yet. I haven't worked it out. But it might be
No.
sentimental.
He's just mysterious.
Yeah, exactly. He's just never doesn't tell anybody anything. He's an asshole.
It might just be for the swagger. You never like.
Wow, that's it. See, if you're gonna kill somebody, at least do it with a nice gold scope. Play too much COD. That's what it is.
No. No, he got a weapon skin from work.
All right.
That was his employee of the month reward.
So we've parked.
You make jokes.
You guys are
Jesus.
hopping out of the car and heading towards
Yeah.
where are you
Front door.
going actually, you know what, let's just do some quick initiative. Just d6 plus your agility, and that's how we'll move
Fuck.
move folks and go through this really quickly.
4.
6.
6.
Literally, initiative rolled a fucking 1. Literally, this is not a joke anymore.
But plus your agility.
I know, but like my initiative rolls are always so bad. 5 total.
Same. I also rolled a 1. We out here.
It's crazy.
And it is our place in life
I
to
guess
roll poorly in
so.
initiative.
I guess.
So Leonard is 4.
10.
Yep.
Skeeter is 5.
Hell yeah.
Eat.
Lenora, I heard 10.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Kit and Guff.
Kit rolled a 6.
Guff.
10.
10.
10 as
Nice.
well. Okay.
10 for Guff.
So
Whoa, where did that little fucker come from?
Guff
I got
and
out.
There's the one in the front of the building.
Guff and
It's-
Lenora, you will
It's the greeter.
you'll
Yeah.
act on the same turn.
Welcome to Walmart.
You'll be the only ones
I'm
that
sorry.
will be able to coordinate moves together.
He's
Fine.
Okay.
gonna check our receipt on the way out.
Okay.
I hate you, Ian.
So at the top,
Uh,
Lenora, where are you going? Or are you staying in a certain behind anybody specifically?
No, she's not staying behind anybody. She would, she's gonna try to get to alongside she's gonna make for beside the building. She's gonna creep
Okay.
slower than I'm actually moving the mini. But she wants to be beside the building so she can kind of like almost lean up against it as she goes.
Okay, give me a hide check. And give me a second.
Guys, I feel like this is not going to go well.
Yeah, I feel
That
like
is
I'm
a
missing.
3.
Missing
So
something.
my hide, where'd I go? Hide, that's an 8.
Nice.
It's very good.
Nice.
You had a question there, Guff?
Yeah, so because of how Tailspell works, my line of sight is like really short, but I can see the front door.
Yes, you can see.
I've just noticed that some of these keep appearing, and I'm like, wait, I thought I'd give them a shout on how many there are, and then suddenly there's 2 more.
Right, you can definitely see these 2 that are in front of the doors. You give them a generally accurate count. Yeah.
I'll give them a very quick. There's 2 more on the front door. Quietly.
Okay.
Take that guy.
And with you, you can move. With you using all of your turns there, Lenora, you're moving quietly. You can move an additional 30 feet. And what was your hide check again?
It was an 8.
An 8. Good. Okay. All right. And you can go ahead and move 30 more feet. So you can get right about there.
Thank you.
Okay. Guff.
Hmm.
I know you're keeping a lookout for anything. I want you to go ahead and give me a listen and spot check.
Sure.
And if there's anything else that you're going to be doing as well.
10 on spot. I want to keep an eye on the 2 that is very close to Lenora. The second they catch eye, I want to be able to let loose. I think it's about the only thing I can think of from my vantage point.
Sure. And which one of these 2, so these are the closest ones that are going to be closest to Lenora, which ones do you think, or which one of these do you think that Guff would shoot first?
Probably the one that's closest to the door, because there's a chance I might be able to slip past.
Okay.
But only if it catches eye. I ain't gonna it's a needs must sort of situation. I'm gonna let them handle it until the point where they can't, and I'll.
Okay. I'd also like you to give me a hide check, please.
Sure. Fine. That's a 7.
7. Okay. It's a success. Yeah.
Would we have had an or would we have, I don't know, maybe it's too late now, to a plan, like an if then plan, like if we saw the ferals and they were close by?
I mean, you guys have spent months together at this point,
Okay.
so I think
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
very reasonable that you guys have come up with something along the 4 months.
Okay. So I'm just wondering, Guff, if like, would our plan have included, like, if you had to shoot one that was near us from, because I'm guessing this is not the first time you go up, right, and we're on the ground, that you would then immediately like shoot something loud, like the glass out of a car or something in an opposite
I got
direction.
what you're saying. As a sort of distraction technique, I think that would be a great idea.
To draw the...
So sort of pop off, save the human, make a distractive noise. I can.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay. Awesome. Very well. Guff, you got that. Kit.
Yeah.
And then Skeeter.
I think I'm literally just following right behind.
Yeah, let's say if
Lenora.
you're following right behind Lenora, go ahead and do that. If that's your plan of action here. So that's Kit, Skeeter, and Leonard. I'm sorry, not Leonard quite yet. But Kit and Skeeter can do that. And both of you give me hide checks if that's your plan. Or move yourself.
I'm going to be with Leonard, so I'm just going to stay on pace with him.
That's a 10 hide.
10 hide. Very good. Okay.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Wrong side.
She's zooming around.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I think that, Jones, this is when we were in the car, we basically established buddies. So like Lenora is my buddy, Skeeter is Leonard's buddy.
Okay,
Like-
so all right.
Buddy system.
Skeeter is Leonard's buddy, and Kit and Guff are buddies. Cool. Oh well, that
Kit and
works out.
Lenore are buddies.
Oh, Kit and Lenore.
Kit and
sorry.
Lenora.
Kit and Lenore.
Yeah.
Sorry, Guff is nobody's buddy.
That's everybody's buddy.
Is lore accurate?
Yes,
Right.
pretty.
Looking out for us. He's
Okay.
everybody's buddy.
That is true.
So you two sneak up there, and then there's a bit of shuffling that happens in front of you as you start to move a bit.
Shit. Okay.
Things don't start running, Guff, but as you're sort of giving this overwatch, there is movement. They shamble in different directions. Some of them moving together, some of them caught by like the sound of the movement of the other and just follows the other.
I am muted. That'll be why. It doesn't appear to be going towards our dudes or anything. It's not like something I should be like.
This is-
This is just regular movement of them randomly going, something over here. Something
Correct.
over here.
Or
Sort of,
just
right,
like
okay.
the sounds of the city, abandoned, but
Yeah.
things still fall or break or whatever the
tin
case
can
is.
in the
Yeah,
wind, shit like that. Gotcha.
exactly. And they sort of
Okay.
shamble off in that direction. Movement
Both
is
sides.
what really sends them. Now, here's the question.
Hmm.
High or low? Well, no. We're gonna roll the plot die here. This is what we're gonna do.
God.
So I will ask you to roll these sometimes, and I shamelessly stole this from a system me and Ian recently backed. So I am a thief. So plot
It's
die.
gonna be so good.
5 and a 6 is a boon to your current situation. 3 and 4 leaves it neutral. 1 and 2, not so great, right?
Okay. That sounds stinky.
For a 5 on the dice, this one that is immediately in front of the door
That sounds amazing.
Oh,
Actually.
shambles off in the direction of the other side of the store.
yes.
This one
Shamble, idiot, shamble.
follows
God
out a
damn.
little bit this
Got him
direction.
an idiot. Turns around.
Just because they're dead doesn't mean you gotta be mean.
Shut up, Ian. You're alive and I'm mean. What makes you think I'll be nice to them?
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay, So,
Bully.
now that shuffling has happened,
Yeah.
Skeeter and Leonard, you can move yourselves up as well.
Are
Where are
you
you
leading the way or
going?
am I leading the way?
You're leading the way. I'm watching your back.
Well then, I mean, we're all going in the same place. We're
Mhm.
battle buddies, but we're scooting up along the side of the wall.
Okay, high checks from both of you.
But
Facing the wrong way.
would we not have to
Wait,
roll high checks
why?
if we went not inside? What if we just got back in the car? You know what?
What? We just
Funnily
left.
enough, another high check.
Fuck!
Okay.
There's no winning.
3 on the dice.
7 exactly. Thank God.
9.
7 and 9. Okay,
We're stealthy.
you're good. As you move up to the grocery door,
Ooh.
nothing nefarious happening, no sudden movements, no loud noises right now. But nefarious. Noises, but nefarious.
No.
Keeping a lookout. We'll just go down our list one more time, and then we'll make a group decision as to what's going to happen with the door, because you guys can see, and Guffy, you can see it as well, that the grocery front doors are closed. They are glass
Not even.
sliding doors.
Um,
They're not even smashed in.
Really?
That's a promising sign, right?
That is, or very concerning.
Yeah.
One of the two. Like, what did everybody else know that we don't?
What is the state of the electric at the moment? Is electricity still good?
For the
Um,
power grid, as far as you can tell in this moment, is shot. You do see
Right.
lights on around the city, but Guff, a quick check, you'll see like tiny solar panels on top of these street lights. Like most of the street lights are solar powered. We'll go down the list here. But you notice that the glass door is whole and it is closed. Lenora, what is your plan here?
I'm gonna keep on creeping down the wall
Okay,
toward the door.
Keep on creeping on.
toward the door. All right.
Like a
Keep
crab
on
shuffle down the wall.
I want you to place yourself in the exact square you want Lenora to be, please. Be very precise with your movements here.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
That's not terrifying.
What does that mean, DM? What do you mean?
I'm gonna right to the edge, but not in front of the glass.
Okay. Give me a hide check.
That is a 4 and a 9.
9. Okay. You get up to the door. No problem. Guff.
Yeah.
You see Lenora getting closer, Kit right behind her, Lenora and Skeeter's moving up. No sudden movements that you can see at the moment. Is there anything else that you're looking out for in this moment?
Mostly. So I'll be trying to listen to what's around me in immediate vicinity, but I will be just keeping an eye on whoever's closest to the group. Mainly aiming towards the sort of like door area.
Gotcha. So give me a listen check.
Sure thing. Oh, 7.
7. Okay. You do hear the shuffling of like torn boots and shoes on concrete below you. Not within like with how you're looking at the door, not within line of sight, but you can definitely tell like in proximity 30 feet down on the building there are ferals beneath you.
Yeah.
That have gotten closer.
Awesome.
Okay.
Incredible.
I'll be doing the same thing again, just keeping my eye out if there's any approaching the guys, and I'll pop them.
Gotcha. Kit. Same thing?
Yeah. Oh, God.
All right. Be very specific with your placement of your mini, please.
Yeah. I think it's. Oh, jeez. Come on, thing.
I really hate that you're saying that. That makes me awfully nervous.
Like, literally, I think I'm right, like, yeah, as close to Lenora as possible. With my spear, like, tracking. Or, like, not like moving, but just like, if she's taking point right now, I'm her back.
Okay.
I'm watching her back.
Give me a hide check, please.
Yep.
Yo.
Oh, buddy. That is going to be a 9.
Very good. 9 is very good. Since Skeeter and Leonard are going at the same time, we're going to have some more shuffling. I'm actually going to have you guys roll the luck dice or plot dice for this one. We're going to start with Guff for the zombies near you. Please roll me just a d6, no modifier.
5.
5?
Nice.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Food.
These zombies shuffle. You hear more shuffling, and it sounds like it's getting a little bit further away.
Food.
Okay.
Escucha.
Okay.
Siskutia.
And of my 2 that are closest to the door, one of you choose to roll the plot die. All right, you know what? Actually, I have 2 zombies there. Each of you roll me a plot die.
Oh, but
I thought one shuffled away to the other side of the building.
Oh my god, if
Not
one
sure.
turns and looks at you.
I rolled a 4.
4.
I rolled a 2.
Not good.
Fuck me.
Okay.
Damn it, Lenore.
With a 4, Kit, this zombie in the parking lot, is neutral and does not go anywhere. You rolled a 2, Lenora.
Hi, yes,
This one shuffles back and looks like it's looking in your direction. but just walks.
Fuck.
It just goes as you freeze and do not move anywhere.
I was like,
But
yeah,
sort of shuffles
100%.
out in this direction. Sort of out here.
It's hiding.
He's just
Kind of
Goddamn
hole.
Jurassic Park.
Is
Don't
sort of
even
looking
fucking breathe.
looking up at the light at the moment. Like the clouds cause these lights to sometimes flicker off and on, just to not enough solar charge, making a slight clicking sound, which happens, and it just sort of looks up at it. Okay.
Sure, it's fine.
Leonard
It's
and
totally
Skeeter.
cool. Sup?
If your plan is to move right up behind them, actually, I do need a plot die from you guys as well. I was
Just
gonna say
one?
don't look at the stream, but you know what? There's no stream for you to look at. So, go ahead and roll a plot die, each of you as well.
Each.
just a
Oh God.
I'm scared, Leonard.
Oh, okay. You know that's average. 4.
4.
Oh,
3.
3. Okay.
why? Oh wait, no. That's net 0.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we're
it's
good.
it's
Oh, okay.
neither good nor bad.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I was
If
here
your
for
plan
me.
is to move up behind or move up
Yeah,
with
we're
these
fine.
guys, go ahead and move yourselves. Be specific with where you place your mini, and give me a hide check as well, please.
Son of fucker.
Oh, son of a beach.
Mother beach.
Mother beach. Oh,
I'm okay. Apparently, I'm just ripping the 4s right now. 7 total, baby.
skirt. Oh, getting closer to the wall. Oh, I turned around. Oh, no, I'm trying to face the other direction. Just know that. I can't. Oh, wait, I can turn myself. Oh, thank
There
you.
you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hold Alt. You can
And this is a-
spin.
This is a hide.
Correct. Hide check.
God damn, I keep rolling 3s, bro.
That's not bad. Your bonus-
9.
Yeah, that's good. That's
9.
good.
Okay. 9's very good.
Yes, yes.
Stop rolling 3s.
You rolled a 7, Leonard.
Sneaky ideas. Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Wait, don't just okay, Emmy. What is that? I know what that means when a DM asks for something and you tell them and they go, okay. It's never good.
Yeah. No, you're good for right now.
Ooh, fuck you.
You guys make it to the door.
All right, now we just smash.
No. I don't think that's what we do.
Sorry,
Lenore,
that's the jail time.
you're up front, and you're also at the beginning of initiative. What is your plan from this point?
Can I tell, sometimes grocery stores will have that one like non-electronic door, that you can kind of walk through. Can I tell if there's one of those from where I am?
Give me a knowledge
$100.
tech roll.
Son of a fucker.
Son of a bitch.
That ain't gonna be good.
It'll be great. It's gonna be awesome.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you it's not.
Big
That's
numbers.
2. That's
2.
2.
All of these doors look manual to you.
They all look manual. Oh, awesome.
That's because she doesn't know anything.
Well,
Do they look manual to me? I'm just kidding.
so I guess then I'm gonna with thinking that that's potentially a manual door that I can open. I'm gonna just creep inch by inch my way into the front of the first door to try to push it open.
Okay. Move yourself to where you want to be, please.
Want is such a strong word.
Why you keep saying that?
But and
She
again,
said, I
like,
don't
just
want to
keeping
be.
something-
Okay.
I don't want to, but yeah, I'll be like right there trying
Something-
to reach toward what looks like the.
Very well. Lenora, I need you to give me a hide check, and the hide check is going to be DC 11.
Good lord.
Oh, there's some dudes in there.
Yeah.
No
There's some
problem
homies.
at all. Not that one.
We got homies.
Get a
in the
new die
grocery.
because the 2 were
Ian, take
Not
her
done.
one of your
Time same
D6s.
okay. Is a 6 on the die. What's my hide? My hide is a 5, so it's an 11.
Oh,
Let's
exactly.
go.
Sweet baby Jesus! And that is literally the most I could do.
That was
Oh.
you had. So there was literally you had a 1 in 6 chance of succeeding.
Fucking go. Wow.
You get to right in front of the door.
Fuck Jones.
You look. hey! And nothing happens. You look in.
You're such a fucker.
You can sort of see the inside of the grocery store. It does look like a lot of the shelves have been picked over and everything, but you don't see any movement right now or anything like that. But you're standing right in front of the door.
I'll reach out and try to open it. Try to ease it open, like not like whip it open, but just try to.
So you're gonna try to like push it back into like it's where it would retract to normally.
Yeah, because now I see it and I'm like, well, fuck, it's a sliding door. Well, I mean, I'm standing here, and obviously I'm not gonna go nuts, but I'm just gonna tug on it just a little, right,
Okay.
to see if it even has any give.
Sure.
Does it open at all?
You start to pull it back.
Oh, maybe.
That's gonna be go ahead. Well, you're you know what, you rolled a max. Go ahead and give me a quick strength check, and I want you to roll a hide along with it, please.
The strength
Plus,
is a 7,
Okay.
and the hide, oh my god, I feel sick. The
Sweet.
hide is, it's fine, everything's fine. The hide is a 10.
Both very good. Where you start to bring the door quietly into its sliding socket. You get it about halfway open, enough for folks to squeeze in. This is gonna happen on Tailspire, but the doors don't. You know what? I'm just gonna move Lenora. Does Lenora move into the building when she gets it halfway open?
Oh, yeah. She'll keep her arm, you know how you kind of hold it, the door behind you for somebody. So she'll keep her arm on, or, she'll keep her fingertips on it but she'll definitely like pivot in,
Okay.
like using her fingers as a pivot point.
So we'll like move her right by the door because you're gonna sit there and hold it for them.
Yeah, so that everybody else can just smoothly try to slide in.
Okay. Guff,
Yeah.
anything else that you're looking to do up here other than just keeping an eye on these guys at the moment?
I think it's probably the same old. I'm not seeing much movement over to the left side, so yeah, keeping a very close eye on that one that decided to journey back. Because if somebody even just breathes out of place, that thing's going to be on them. So
Okay.
mark that guy specifically.
Give me a spot check again. And I'm going to say through the fog and everything from this far away for this specific thing, it's going to be DC 9.
Fuck. I am 8.
Okay.
It's almost a 9.
All right. Guff's still hanging out up there, keeping overwatch. Guff, everything's looking good right now.
Okay.
Kit into the door behind Lenora.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I go in, since Leonard is right behind me, I'm gonna squeeze his hand real quick,
Squeeze his
and then make my way in next to Lenora.
Okay. Give me a hide check.
Okay.
Because Lenora has pried the door open, we'll decrease the DC by 1. Your hide check is
Okay.
DC 10.
10. Okay.
Holy Jesus.
That is so bad for me.
Okay.
I literally can't make that.
Okay. It's a 7.
Hey, bulge.
Kit, you get up to where Lenora's holding the door. She just silently slipped in. So this looks like it. You're almost homebound. Kit, what are you holding in your hand right now? Is it the spear? Is it
It's
the
the
javelin?
spear. Yeah, it's the jav.
Holding it ready to go always. You have to be prepared for whatever happens. The tip of that spear unfortunately a little bit further away from the door than you are. Doo, doo. As the automatic doors open up, and all of the zombies in the parking lot turn your way. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry,
So-
I muted.
Guys, it would seem that this place still has electricity.
Shit.
Someone
We're gonna
help
back
the
up
generator
Jenny
in
in
the
the
car real
basement.
quick.
Fuck.
Oh
Thank
my
you
god.
guys so much for joining us. I hope you had a great time. I hope you guys playing with me had a great time as well. We are Hard Knock Dice. We're going to be streaming this on Sunday, so make sure you check it out. This is Blessed Be the Damned. This is our zombie miniseries. And we also have Roads of Ruin, DM'd by the wonderful Kylie, streamed on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so tune into Twitch to see that as well. And yeah, we will catch you guys next time. Much love. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
I cannot believe.
I'm so